Good morning, Pointers. Today is Friday, January 21st, and it is a B-Day. My name is Nishan.
My name is Jaquan.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
At Sparrows Point Middle School, we have pride when we practice safe behaviors, respect ourselves and others, interact with empathy and inclusivity, demonstrate responsible citizenship, and exercise high academic standards.
Now Ian with the weather.
We would like to wish...
Currently, it is 17 degrees. There is a high of 29 and a low of 16.
We would like to wish a happy belated birthday to Khalil L. What do you want? She keeps pointing at me.
Oh my god.
Khalil L. and Carly W. And happy belated birthday. I can't do this. I don't want to be here. Please get me off of the show. And Carly W. And a happy birthday over the weekend to Riley G. and Keegan W.
Now Miss Rye with the message.
Good morning, teachers and students. I have two important messages. Number one is for my yearbook crew. Please meet me in the activity room next Wednesday during advisory. So yearbook, we will be meeting Wednesday during advisory of next week. We missed our meeting that we were supposed to have yesterday. Also, yearbook people, I will be sending an email to your parents, so please make sure that you have them read that email in regards to staying after school for future meetings. The next message goes out to all boys and girls basketball players. As many of you have heard that we will be returning to practice next week on Monday. The girls will practice first in the gym at 3 o'clock, and the boys will practice second, immediately following the girls at 4 o'clock. And very important, all players. The county has now mandated testing for all girls and boys basketball players. Your parents, on Wednesday, received an email from me with the procedures for that testing. Testing will begin next Friday for those who are not vaccinated. If you are vaccinated, then you need to show documentation of your vaccination, and all that information is on the email. The biggest thing that I need you as players to do is to make sure you go home today and ask your parents, did they receive the email from Miss Ryan, and did they do what they needed to do? Did they go into the link? Did they fill out the forms, and did they put them through? If they did not, I need you to hound them. Otherwise, you are not able to go on the court the following week if you do not get that paperwork in. All right? If you have any questions, feel free to come down and see me anytime today. Thank you.
Send a Valentine video.
Good morning, Sparrows Point Middle School. Send your sweetheart a Valentine. Wooden roses will be on sale before homeroom from Thursday, January 20th to Friday, February 4th for $2 each, right outside Miss DeMollis' room 231. Cards and roses will be delivered on February 14th.
Yeah. Okay, good morning. So I'm going to hear the results. So the Cincinnati Bengals beat the Las Vegas Raiders last week 26-19. The Bengals get their first playoff win since 1991. They did not, something fascinating, they did not have texting yet in 1991, the last time they won the playoff game for the Bengals. So, I looked at Derek Carr that game, 310, a touchdown, and an interception, 29 for 54. That's just terrible. The Buffalo Bills beat the New England Patriots 47-17. in a complete blowout. Mac Jones. What was that? You lose 30 to Josh Allen? You guys beat them already. You already beat them, but all you did was just run the ball. Then on Sunday, the Philadelphia Eagles lost to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 31-15. Jalen Hurts with 258, a touchdown, and 2 interceptions and 39 rushing yards. Yeah, we kind of did. It was basically, it felt like in that game, there were a lot of missed flags in that game. The San Francisco 49ers beat the Dallas Cowboys 23-17 after a very controversial ending. They had the Dallas Cowboys and Dak Prescott went for a QB draw play with 14 seconds left, and they slid down at the 20-yard line for a gain of 20, and the rule they figured out was the ref has to spot the ball, not the center. So Dak gave the ball to the center instead of giving it to the official, and the official had to run for the 45-yard line. So he had to get past the offensive line, put the ball down, and by the time they had a chance to snap the ball and spike it, it was too late. The Kansas City Chiefs beat the Pittsburgh Steelers 42-21 in possibly Ben Roethlisberger's last game ever as a Pittsburgh Steeler. Patrick Mahomes went 30 for 39, 404 passing yards, 5 passing touchdowns, and an interception. Ben Roethlisberger went 29 for 44, 215 passing yards, and 2 passing touchdowns. Najee Harris, they couldn't get anything going on the ground game as he only got 29 rushing yards. And then on Monday, the Los Angeles Rams destroyed the Arizona Cardinals 34-11 after Matt Stafford gets his first win in the playoffs ever. Went 13 for 17, 202, and 2 passing TDs. Kyler Murray went 19 for 34, 137 passing yards, and 2 interceptions. And there was also a record broken. Arizona Cardinals quarterback Kyler Murray breaks a record for the shortest pick six in NFL history with a 3-yard pick six to Davey Long Jr. Now for the divisional round, we got the Tennessee Titans, #1 seed, taking on the Cincinnati Bengals on Saturday at 4:30 live on CBS. My pick, I'm picking the Tennessee Titans on this one. It looks like that they might be getting Derrick Henry back in practice for this one. Then you got 8:15 live on Fox. We have Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers, the #1 seed, taking on Jimmy Garoppolo and the 10-7 San Francisco 49ers. So the Green Bay Packers I would pick for that one. Then you got Rams and Bucks on Sunday on NBC. I'm picking Tampa Bay on this one to beat LA. And then 6:30 on CBS, I'm picking Kansas City to beat Buffalo.
The National Junior Honor Society will be selling pulseras at lunch every day. Each bracelet is $5 and each purse is $10.
The Pulsera Project is a fair trade nonprofit organization that works with artisans in Nicaragua and Guatemala and provides a market for their handmade bracelets, or pulseras, in schools across the U.S. Each pulsera costs only $5 and comes tagged with the photo and the signature of the artist who made it. Money raised from your school's pulsera sale will sustain employment for nearly 200 artisans and will also fund housing, healthcare, scholarships, social enterprises, and other empowerment programs that benefit the artists and communities throughout Central America. Thank you so much for your support, and have an amazing time coloring the world with the Pulsera Project in your school.
All proceeds go directly back to the women and children in Guatemala.
What made you choose to be a math teacher?
I've always loved math.
even when I was younger, I always really excelled in math, and so when I had to choose what subject I wanted to do, I always enjoyed, I like math that it has one answer. If I didn't teach math, I would teach science.
Okay, so like you said before, were you good at math in your childhood?
Yeah, I was always I always did really well in math. I was always in the high class and was really successful in math. That's why I like to teach it to people, because I want them to like math as much as I did.
Okay, how did you find your job at SPMS?
So I worked at Battle Grove before this. I taught 3rd grade at Battle Grove Elementary School, and I taught there for 4 years, and I taught all of the subjects. And so I taught reading and history and science and everything. And so I decided that I wanted to change to only be teaching one subject instead of being in charge of every subject. And I wanted to stay in the area. I liked the area that I was working in, and so this was the option that I was able to get a job here. And now it's awesome because I got to teach some of the same students that I also taught in 3rd grade.
Okay, so where are you from?
So I was actually born in Florida. Most of my students know that my parents now, and I grew up in New Jersey. But I moved from Florida. I lived in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I was born there, and I lived there until the middle of 6th grade. And then after that, we moved to New Jersey, and I lived in northern Jersey, right outside New York City. I lived there from middle school until I graduated high school, and then I moved to Maryland. So when I still go home, I consider it New Jersey because that's where my family is.
So this kind of continues from about how did you start teaching at Sparrows Point, but why did you switch from elementary to middle?
So I switched because I wanted to teach one subject instead of a bunch of them. I also I'm enjoying teaching the older kids and having relationships and talking to kids that are a little bit older. So it's been a great switch. I really enjoyed being at Sparrows Point Middle School.
Yeah. Okay, so those are all the questions. 5. Okay.
Here's today's schedule. The basketball player signed a 2-year contract with the team.
What happened when an icicle landed on the snowman's head?
It knocked him cold out.
Have a great day, Point.